What is some harsh writing advice for new writers? The majority of people, 999 out of 1,000, do not want to read your memoir. They don't want to read a story about you. However, you can take your memoir, you can take your story and turn it into fiction. And by turning it into fiction, you can tell your story, but you can also tweak the story to make it more interesting and to also follow the flow of good storytelling, where you have a plot and a subplot and antagonists. Change the time period, change the location, change the names of the characters. And a lot of readers, since it's your first book, they will think that it is about you. And so what if they do? Because when you write your second book and or your third book, they'll look back on your first book and be like, oh, okay, well, he or she's just a good writer. And that's what you want. And the other piece of harsh advice, I wouldn't call it harsh, I would just say it's not something that writers want to hear when they first get started. And that is, you will not be a successful writer, you will not be a successful storyteller without good editors. You need experienced people on your team who know what they're talking about, that can be objective and they can be your watchtower. They can warn you, hey, if you go this direction, this over here is what's going to happen, and readers won't like it. And the last thing you want is to be mentioned in a review or a blog, and that goes viral, and the author of that completely misrepresented you and totally misinterpreted you. If you write 25 books, eventually that's going to happen. But you can lessen the likelihood of that happening on your first book and your second and third one by having really good editors on your team.